Hello gamers, I'm Travis, and in this video I'll be trying to offer a solution to the server limit and queue problems that have been plaguing New World since launch, and they become apparent every time there is any sort of influx of players. I will try to offer a solution that is realistic to implement and look at potential issues that would rise from my solution and how to minimize them. To better understand the problem, we have to look at what the current situation is. Regions are split into multiple servers, each having up to 2,500 potential concurrent players on them at the same time. When the servers reach capacity, they get locked and people can no longer create characters on them. Often enough, these servers stay locked for a considerable amount of time, meaning new players are unable to join their friends if they are on a locked server. The solution available at this time is server transfer, which is better than nothing, but overall a terrible solution. This means that if you have a friend that wishes to play with you while you are on a locked server, you have to either not play with them until the server gets unlocked, or they create a character on another server and transfer to it once it gets unlocked. The only other option is everyone in your group of friends on the server has to change server to a new server that is unlocked, and hope that this server does not get locked or even worse, becomes low populated. This problem obviously has more layers. Sometimes you get to know people around your server, form friendships or even rivalries, and other community elements that MMORPGs are known for. The current available solution expects you to leave all that behind if you desire to play with a friend that might have recently purchased the game. And in my opinion, this solution is not good enough. The way servers are set up right now, it also causes queues whenever there is an influx of players, and this is a massive problem. Some of the more popular servers had couple of hour-long queues, which caused people to not even try out the game. Imagine this: you come home from work, try to log in the game, and you're met with a 5-hour queue. You are not realistically going to be able to play before you need to go to sleep. To make matters worse, there is also an AFK kick timer. So, if you waited for a couple of hours in queue and you are not there when you manage to make it in, you will be kicked out of the game. In my opinion, these are massive problems that affect a considerable amount of people, so let's look into how we can solve them. The solution I'm proposing is fairly straightforward and would eliminate almost all problems related to this. To begin, characters need to be made independent of servers. This means that when you log into the game, you select the server, and for that session you are a part of that server, having a 30-minute cooldown to swap to another server. Having a cooldown is necessary and would stop people from abusing this feature to farm resources. The real problem that comes to mind when exploring this solution is territory management. This can easily be fixed by providing a home server option for companies. Once a home server is set for that company, they would only be able to contest and conquer territories on their home server. This feature could have a 7-day cooldown, and using it while owning a territory would set the territory as neutral. For this solution to function, a few requirements need to be met beforehand, some of which are already in place, while others have been announced, which means that this solution could be implemented in a couple of months. Characters from the same region need to have different names. This has been the case since release, so this requirement is already met. The situation is the same when it comes to company names. Characters and all related character data need to be independent of servers. I don't know exactly how this has been set up by AGS, but this should be the case to avoid any duping or other exploits. The other requirements, and this will act as a massive quality of life, is cross-server matchmaking. They have already announced that they are working on cross-server matchmaking for OPR and expeditions. This will need to be set up for all matchmaking content. While this is not needed for the solution to work, I believe it will help avoid further problems down the line. Rarely there is a solution to a problem that comes with no negatives. The negative to this solution is that it will diminish the community aspect of the game. Having access to only a few thousand people on your server will allow people to build bonds and know each other much easier than having access to a few 100,000. That being said, I believe this will just diminish the community aspect slightly and will not majorly affect players. This is a very reasonable price to pay for solving this terrible problem that a lot of people encounter when they want to play New World. This has been my solution to the queue and server problems New World is facing. If you enjoyed or found this video helpful, please consider helping the channel out by leaving a like, sharing and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one, gamers.